Coach.
We're joined here with Point Loma women's basketball, a 61-51 win over Hawai'i Hilo. Head coach Charity Elliott, to her right, Eiley Tippins, and to her left, Hannah Golan. Coach, coming off a loss on Thursday, talk about your team's response, able to get back in the win column here today.
Yeah, I loved our energy today. I loved our chemistry. I loved the way we shared the ball. We had 16 assists, took care of the basketball as well. It was not perfect. It was not pretty by any means, but we got the job done, and that's what we needed to do. And without these two, I don't know if we pull it out.
Well, Eiley, for you, 16 points, 8 boards, dominated in the paint. Your team outscored them 40-18 down low. And talk about your team's ability to take advantage of the mismatch in the paint.
I mean, I think we knew we had a height advantage. I think their tallest player was 5'11", 6 foot. So I think just taking advantage and knowing that they were going to double in because we had a height advantage, but being ready to kick it out and just finish and go up strong was a big thing, especially on offense, and then O boards were big too.
Yeah.
Well, Hannah, for you, when you were on the floor, team was +10 and the plus-minus. Coming off the bench, making a huge difference. Talk about that second half where, they got up by 8. Coach calls a timeout, and you guys went on a huge run there. What were you guys able to switch there?
Yeah, I think we just talked, we know it starts on defense, and for us, when we're not hitting shots, it's we just have to stop them from hitting their shots, So I think we just came out and got stops and got it done on defense.
Yeah, Coach, talk about that timeout. What was the message? What were you trying to get the players to do?
Well, first of all,
there?
I was trying to get the timeout. Well, I'm not going to say it. It was literally, it starts with defense. Literally, I'm going to echo what Hannah said. We've got to get stops, and then we're going to run, and then we'll take care of business. I want to give a really, really big shout out to Hannah, because when they were going on their run at the beginning of the second half, I right around that timeout, I subbed Hannah in and put her on number 20, who is a really, really good player. And I thought Hannah did an exceptional job. Of course, it's all about team defense, but she made it really difficult. And that's, I think, kind of started us getting those stops.
Was there anything, you think particularly on defense? You held them to 7 points there in the fourth quarter as you guys, pulled away for the victory. Was there anything in particular defensively that you saw?
I would say getting touches up top. I think Hannah and Mersh both got a few steals at the top of the key, and that leads to our transition, which is a big part of our game. And I think just communication. We talk a lot about over-communicating and building that trust. So I think when we trust each other, we know that we're there and we're able to get those stops and run and play our game.
How motivated was the group coming into today? Obviously coming off the loss on Thursday, but quick turnaround, coming back home. But what did you see mentality-wise from the group today?
Yeah, we talked, like Eiley said, we talked a lot about communication, and Eiley's a great example of that because she's always the loudest on the floor, and off the floor, So we just really focused on everyone being all in and communicating and just everyone's voice. And what were you saying? What was the thing you kept saying?
How we do anything is how we do everything.
Yes.
We really focused today on very memorable, clearly. We really focused, though, on it starts with our warm-up. It starts with how we do this, how we do that. Everything matters. And so, we wanted to come out and really raise our intensity. And unfortunately, we weren't shooting very well from the perimeter. That's not who we are. That hasn't been who we all have been all year. Shout out to Hilo. They did a great job of taking away our 3-point game. But again, that's what I think makes this team dangerous, is we have a lot of weapons, and we attacked inside, and what would you say, 40-18 in the paint, and that's fantastic.
Well, you mentioned, your team was 0 for 15 from 3, but you still won. Talk about the fact that you're able to still find a way to win despite
again,
that.
That hasn't happened in a long time. And I'll tell you what, every time Grace shoots it, every time Tavia shoots it, every time Max shoots it, we all are like, it's going in. We believe that. So we're not worried about that. We know that these games happen, but we have enough weapons, and we're just waiting for us to kind of put some things together. And believe it or not, as kind of ugly as it was, I really think we took some big steps tonight in some of the maybe detail type things that everybody in the stands might not see.
Well, Ali, to close this out, I mean, talk about what your team can build off from this victory. Obviously, you got a big one coming up on Wednesday against APU with first place in the conference on the line.
Yeah, I would say just staying locked in. We got to lock in on the scout, and staying together is going to be really good. We have 2 opportunities to get really good practices in, Monday and Tuesday, and then we just got to come out strong. We're home again, so hopefully the stands will be a little packed for that rivalry game, but it should be a good one.
Ladies, congratulations. Well done today. We'll see you back here on Wednesday.
Great.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.